There has been a gross error in judgment and miscalculation. This is not a common law matter, and it never was. And every day, and every year, and every decade, it is attempted for some approximation via a simulation of a legal process, attempting to mask itself as somehow being justified under a conceptualization of common law, is a crime. Those crimes accrue, those crimes mount. In June of 2000, there was a meeting before the Intelligence Committee in Congress. One of the things that was discussed in this meeting, for which a transcript is publicly accessible, is that there was at least twice referenced concerns that veterans in the actual legitimate publicly acknowledged, which means appropriately classified within the government database systems, in the intelligence community, veteran intelligence, that had significant problems with policy changes specific to recruitment that had been proposed under the Clinton administration. There were specific and strategic correlations with the ongoing trials concerning alleged President Bill Clinton and his extramarital activities, some of which included accusations of engaging in very illegal criminal activities in concert with others, for whom he issued pardons upon his exit from the office of the presidency. Not only that, but there were also pending ongoing investigations of abuse of his office in a number of ways, including in manners that would attempt to draw on other resources, including the resources of the office of the First Lady, and abuse members of his staff, as well as elected office. I contend the crimes involving alleged President Bill Clinton and his intern also extend to crimes involving members of the Senate. What choices they made in protecting their confidentiality is one thing to be considered, but it needs to be considered in an understanding they represent the people. And if they were aware of specific implications and agreed to co-conspire for all of this time in order to entrap or attempt to implicate the rest of us, they need to be held responsible for their failure. And that is why you're not getting any sort of 21-year carryover. During that hearing, there was a notice that there was going to be a separate closed-door session to discuss specific concerns regarding the changes in recruitment for intelligence activities. I contend new evidence has come to light. And not only has new evidence come to light, but there have been consistent, pervasive practices of attempting to suppress that evidence in manners that not only violate the law and compromise national security, but constitute justifiable grievances and offenses for which we should be held to account before the international community in one manner or another. There's not going to be any re-upping on the terms of that closed-door session. You need to open the doors. All of it needs to be revealed. Whatever it is you've taken off the shelves in order to strip us down so we become more vulnerable, it's not going to be supplanted by an incorporation into a business model of what you decided to try to classify an abuse of your office while you tried to leverage your advantage in so doing. We need an immediate release of the information concerning the closed-door session in the summer of 2000 specific to alleged intelligence recruitment activities. We also need to know if that was in any way, shape, or form used to co-conspire in the cover-up of numerous investigations that were never prosecuted for actual crimes committed by the alleged president of the United States during the Clinton administration and anybody else that co-conspired. We seem to have this thing in the United States. Periodically, we go through some process where we give an individual a platform within a context of other individuals, and a few of them may or may not be chastised or even fined very significantly. It's time to actually bust the criminals. There's no way you're going to get your 21-year flip over. There's no way you're going to try to justify that it's okay to incorporate the ladies and the lads as some sort of anything other than providing them with protection while they offer their testimonial evidence, and an immediate proceeding is commenced specific to the charges at hand. I'm sorry, all of the managers are fired. One of you's already been fired. If you do not go willingly, precedent has already been set for your exit.